Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great day. I wanted to show you the new storage shed I bought, but in doing so, I think I made a mistake. Let me flip the camera around and I'll show you. The mistake is not so much with the shed itself. It's a nice little 10 by 12 garden shed, little roll up door, concrete floor, good shed. The mistake is that it's over 600 miles away from my shop. I live in Georgia. And this shed I bought is in Illinois. Little bit of a trek to get from one to the other, but this shed did come with something that I haven't seen included in any other sheds. Came with the house. My wife and I were up here in Illinois visiting her family, and we got to looking at houses, and next thing I know, we own one. This is not going to be our permanent house. I'm still going to be living in Georgia, but this is going to be a place to stay when we come up here to visit. There are a few things that are going to need to be addressed. For instance, there's only one water spigot on the entire outside of the house. It's difficult to manage the front yard. There are no electrical outlets anywhere around the outside of the house. So here we are at the front. As you can see, that is a fairly small garage. We haven't really done much to this house yet, just a lot of cleanup. This place was very dirty when we moved in. I've installed security cameras around the house. I'm using the Eufy solar cams. Looking in the garage, you'll start to see some of the major projects that have to be addressed. First of all, most obvious, these steps, very much not to code. And then we've got a few uh, sheetrocking issues. First of all, there's no sheetrock or insulation in this garage. And since behind that wall is our master bedroom, it gets very cold in there. It's 23 degrees here right now. So I'm kind of freezing my tail off out here. That sheetrock panel is held in place by one screw. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the see the bottom of the door? That's the floor level for the whole house. So I'm curious what's down under here below that level. Did this garage go the full depth before and they closed it in? I don't know. That's a mystery we got to solve. What's under there? Um, this room just needs some paint. We put up curtains, and that's really about it. But what I found weird, and my wife actually noticed this, the back wall of the shower, the back wall of the linen closet are 8 inches in from the back wall of the house. So, back wall, these two walls come in 8 inches. I'm not sure why. There's no plumbing or electrical in that wall that would warrant that. So that's one thing we got to address. A few wonderful issues here, like drawers that hit toilets onto the kitchen area. There's really nothing major that we want to do in the kitchen, other than it would be nice for these cabinets to go all the way to the ceiling. It's a small house, small kitchen, so that would just give us extra storage. Coming into the little dining area, entry, and living room area, the only real issues I have here are electrical. I've got a switch here, which for the life of me, I cannot figure out what it does. I've tested every single plug in this room, and it doesn't turn any of them on or off. There was a ceiling fan that fried. and it didn't have any effect on that ceiling fan either. The other issue with electrical is that no electrical outlets anywhere through here. So I'm going to get that addressed so that we've got power different places. But then this bathroom, I've got a couple of issues. The shower has no hot water. I have no idea why. And then there's that 11.5-inch little box that comes up here for that reason. There's no electrical, there's no plumbing, there's no air or anything in that wall. It just seems to be a wasted space. Let me take you downstairs to the basement and I'll show you what's going on down here. This room right here is just unfinished basement. This is where we're going to move her office once we finish this out. This would be a good place to watch movies. I'm going to run my wiring in through that wall, then up to the ceiling so I can get my rear channel speakers back here. We'll come in here to the other unfinished portion of the basement, which is the utility room where our laundry is set up. Nothing too major going on in here except for all this mess of wiring. Now look at this. This is old phone cabling. Good gosh. Who needs all that? I'm going to rip all that out. And then got to get all these breakers sorted out. There are a total of 37 breakers in this house. I've yet to figure out what half of them actually do. But luckily, I've got a master electrician on standby. He's going to be coming out to help me. We'll get that all sorted out. But these are the projects. These are the things that we're going to be addressing, making this place our own, bringing it back up to code, putting a few more years of life into it. Well, there you have it. Those are some of the projects that need to be done on this little house. And I think you can now see why my shed might not be so useful for my shop in Georgia. Just a little bit of a trek back and forth. Stick around, and as I get some of these projects knocked out, I'll get them filmed and show you what we find.